Dun, dun, dun. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Wow! Explosions, booms, eagles, wow! All types of shit. Wow. All you've been asking for. You've been asking for it. It's here.
Yeah.
Want some candy?
Want some candy?
Nah, but,
son of a bitch.
So beforehand, I didn't watch the first Snyder Cut. Well, the first Justice League with the 2-hour one. I had to watch that one, and I had to watch this 4-hour one.
Yeah.
After watching the 2-hour one and the 4-hour one, I can compare and contrast.
Yep.
I was excited to watch the Snyder Cut until I realized I had seen this already. I was like, kind of, it's the same with the last. It's just fillers. They just explain the shit.
I mean,
like shit don't just happen. They explain it now.
Yeah, which is the same. I think I feel like I said like whatever. I was like, it's gonna be the same movie.
It's the same ass movie.
It's the same movie. Essentially,
a little different.
I mean, there's obviously there are different aspects to it.
The fight scenes are longer.
Yep.
And they're more violent.
And there's more context to certain things.
Yeah. Way more blood.
Like how Steppenwolf doesn't just show up for the mother boxes.
Yeah.
Superman died, and when that cry went out, that's activated mother boxes. Then they signaled to him like, "Hey, there's no one here to protect Earth. Come get us and do the thing." Like, so
said y'all pussy.
Basically. Yo, Darkseid pussy.
Yeah,
they beat the shit out of Darkseid and fucking dragged his ass to the shit.
Wow, pussy.
And that shit pisses me off because that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But whatever.
Well, how he got taken down so easily?
He got taken down so easily, and then he don't remember that this is the planet that happened on. Like, because they didn't know where Earth was.
I turned 100,000 worlds to dust looking for the anti-life equation.
It was on this planet this whole time.
Earth the whole time, nigga.
But he didn't remember that it's this planet. Like, it's whatever. It's a small whatever fucking caveat of thing. It's dumb, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, as someone that who was not saying looking forward to it, but you were like anticipating it.
Yeah. Well, the only thing this is the thing because they kept giving away shit of what was gonna happen. So when I was watching this, I knew exactly what was gonna happen. That's what I hate about it. Like the whole Superman screen, I knew that. Yeah. They said that. The whole like Wonder Woman cutting off his head at the end, I knew that. That was the reason that got me excited.
That shit like months
ago.
Because
a year ago.
They said everything. Yeah. And I told the dude this. I said, yo, like honestly, I already know what's gonna happen in this fucking movie. Yeah. They didn't release so many trailers and shit. He was like, oh, it's 4 hours. You're not gonna know what's gonna happen. Nope. I watched that shit and knew exactly what the fuck was going on.
What the fuck happened.
The only thing that surprised me was the cyborg shit. It was way more cyborg than I thought.
Yeah, because Joss Whedon is racist. He don't like black people. It makes sense. Why would he? That's like a major component to the story, and he cut all that shit out.
Yeah,
he cut down all the people character shit out. I'm like, that's
cut
crazy.
out all the black.
Yeah, cut out all the black. Yeah. Racist bastard.
I mean, from beginning to end, it kind of held my attention. I was like, because I'm glad they cut it into parts. Yeah, and they just didn't have a movie just straight through for 4 hours.
Yeah. Right.
And then what kind of disappointed me as well was the fact that the shit was 4 hours, and most movies that are that long are like classics. You know? I think this nigga made like the third or fourth longest movie of all time.
Probably.
Like next to like fucking Ben-Hur and Cleopatra and like shit like that.
Yeah.
And them movies is like classic, like 1950s, 1930s cinema. Oh, this shit is, you need to watch this if you a film director or whatever. And I'm watching this shit, I'm like, for 4 hours, I'll probably get this shit like a 7.5, maybe.
Yeah. No,
that's about it.
So listen,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, 7.5, maybe 8 if you want to stretch it. If you're feeling generous. So it is a markedly better film to me. It did not need to be 4 hours. There was a lot of fluff in that shit. Like the Icelandic singing for like 3 minutes, mad slow motion, mad like hung on scenes, like just hanging on to this shit for way too long. Like there's a lot of stuff that didn't necessarily need to be in that movie to make it. You didn't have to make it 4 hours.
It was one thing that was kind of weird to me, like the Aquaman scene. This nigga kept taking off his shirt even though it was wet. I was like, you got these bitches singing to him and shit.
I think this is contract. Yo, I gotta have my shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. You know why? This is for the hoes.
He got all these hoes singing and shit while he going to.
She smelled it, shit.
Like, what the fuck is this? That did not need to be in there.
Because she want to get momoed out, nigga.
She want to get mowed out.
She momoed out, nigga.
Mowed out. Mowed out.
But as far as like the movie as a whole, from the first movie to the Snyder Cut, it was pretty. I think that 4 hours was justified. It just took me like 3 days to watch it. Like, I remember watching Roots in my classroom. I felt like I felt like this was mad longer than Roots. like I felt like we watched Roots for like a week in a classroom, and I'm like, yo, this fucking movie is long as shit. I'm sitting here watching shit. I'm like, yep, I remember that part. Don't remember that part. That's new. Steppenwolf looks better. Okay, cool.
Kind of.
He don't look better to you?
I think aesthetically better. I just didn't like.
I think he looks more menacing.
I didn't like the armor.
Oh, the armor.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't like the armor or the little flittering pieces. Yeah, I didn't like that shit.
Like,
but I think like the actual look of Steppenwolf is better.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like the armor.
No, the armor.
That's a personal thing.
Yeah. What else didn't I like?
Didn't you like?
I'm trying to figure out what I didn't like.
CGI was super rough, but that's understandable. There's a lot of scenes where the CGI wasn't great. When Wonder Woman was blocking, some of that wasn't great.
Oh yeah, okay.
When Barry was moving Iris or whatever, so some of that wasn't really great. There's a lot of scenes where the CGI wasn't
that nigga run
super great. Yeah, I hate the way they decided to make him run. I hope in the actual Flash movie they decide to change that. I really do. I don't know why Zack Snyder decided to go with that. That was his choice. It looks stupid to me.
So, question. I need one of y'all or both of y'all to answer, right? Yeah. So, towards the end of the movie, when the mother boxes came together and the shit was complete and that shit blasted everybody, Flash went back in time?
I believe so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went back in time.
He did.
He fucked up. He's like, I gotta go back.
How did he do that?
He broke his rule. He went faster than light.
He did it when he resurrected Superman. Remember when the box was falling when he was running fast and went back up?
Yep.
It went back in time.
Yep.
And he said that. He said, when I do, it kind of fucks up time a little bit when I go fast.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
And then I guess he also, when he was doing, he's like, he has a rule. I guess he doesn't go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
He was like saying time to break the rule because I guess obviously he starts going fast than the speed of light. Shit started getting really, really fucking wonky. But then I guess, he went on time a little bit.
That shit was kind of ill though.
No, it was cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. This niggas was rebuilding and shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
he ran toward the shit. He was like, oh shit.
That shit blew Cyborg a heart.
Oh no, nigga. Did him dirty
when
twice.
they rebuilt Cyborg, it was skull and machine. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, he was in the episode of the death, nigga.
Yeah. But it was I think it blew like everybody that was in the vicinity, like Steppenwolf, Superman, Wonder Woman, all the niggas. It was like everybody's there except for Flash because he's fucking 8 miles, 10 miles away or some shit. Got to gain speed. I'm like, is the movie over? Is this a dream?
No.
But then this nigga's like, okay, I gotta go faster than the speed of light. I gotta break my rule. And he starts going. I'm like, how fast is this nigga going? Just rewind time. Like, this nigga, like in 2 steps, he rewound time. I was like, that's what the Speed Force is?
But also, that's also my beef with fucking speedsters, yo. Speedsters are fucking broken. Speedsters are broken. Like, they're so fucking powerful. It doesn't make sense to me how anyone beats speedsters, especially like if you see him, like if it, like especially like you look at Days of Future Past, all the shit that fucking Quicksilver doing, moving the bullets. Like he's like, no one should ever touch this nigga.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like how they made him clumsy.
Yeah,
like when he went to go save one when he tripped and shit.
Falling.
Oh shit!
I was finding that a little annoying because he was always bumping and falling and bouncing around. Shit. I was starting to feel like,
are his powers new?
They're new to him, yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
But I think enough that he probably shouldn't be falling that much.
I think he was looking at titties and one time and he fell. And I think the other time
that was the weedy cut.
Yeah.
Nah, wasn't it when he was when they was all in the tunnel? He was looking at Wonder Woman and like he slipped.
The weedy cut.
Like, that was
that's what people had a problem with.
Yeah, that was when
they tried to make it all jokey
when his face landed on the titties. Yeah, that was on
Wheaties cut. That's just the Wheaties cut.
I'd be so offended if you called a grown man Weedy. My name was Weedy, nigga.
Weedy, nigga.
Grown ass man, though. Don't call me Weedy. Oh, I know what I didn't like. I don't. It's kind of like the whole universe of like DCEU, or like the DC universe and movies overall. I don't like how this like kind of knocked down DC heroes and villains. Well, DC heroes a tier. Like, I felt like for like a long time, DC had like top tier heroes. But I think with Marvel putting in their work in the universe and everything in the movies, they kind of moved. They moved everything that they had top tier, and everybody else thinks it's like DC like B tier.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I also have an issue with Martian Manhunter just doing shit.
Dog,
it was like, if you've been here this whole time, where the fuck you been, my nigga?
Fam.
He was like, good work on saving the world. Even though I was just chilling, I guess I'll help next time.
How many crazy invasions? Like 3 of them?
Yeah.
He just sat back like,
yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Did we come in here and talk about that when they announced that shit on like some random shit? It was like, oh, the black dude that was giving the
That's
orders
what
was like Martian
That's what-
Manhunter.
The dude from fucking More Money.
I didn't even watch the movie. That shit pissed me off. I was like,
Yeah.
nobody ever mentioned that when they ever talked about this shit. I was like,
Right.
where was Martian Manhunter the whole time?
And the
Yeah.
scenes didn't make sense. Like he posed as Martha just to
Yeah.
get Lois to stop grieving over Superman.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you? That scene didn't need to be there.
Help. Nigga. Maybe that nigga would have died. Don't tell this bitch to go back to work. You could have saved her fucking husband, nigga.
Yeah.
Like the fuck?
Yeah, it was
Mark ass buster.
that shit was pissing me off. But then I was like, how old is this nigga? And is he gonna be able to play this role long? Because I assume there might be some type of sequel or something down the line.
No, I don't know about that one.
Nothing, no.
I don't know. That's the one of the bigger thing. Because one, overall the movie's better, and it sucks because now watching the movie, you see all the little things where they were doing the setup for all the other DC stuff. So obviously Martian Manhunter showed up because he was gonna show up.
Yeah.
The very end scene with Lex Luthor and Deathstroke was supposed to set up the fucking Ben Affleck Batman movie that got canceled.
Right.
So like all that little bit of tidbit of shit. I mean, obviously there was the Flash movie shut up, but we still might be getting that. It's like we don't know. I don't think we're getting anything after this. I think after this is Whedon's done, but Snyder's done.
So what was the point of the whole Joker Deathstroke?
He just wanted to add it.
team up.
Yeah, they just
Because
people were asking for it for like the longest.
The Deathstroke thing was already in the movie.
Nothing though.
Now it was supposed to lead because this movie came out in 2017. It was supposed to. So that was supposed to the Deathstroke stuff was supposed to lead into Batman's movie.
No, I'm not talking about Deathstroke.
The nightmare shit. He just added. I think he just added that just because he can.
That's my problem.
It's a problem.
Because you gonna set up the thing where it was like he was talking to Wonder Woman and said, I had a dream that Barry was sitting right here. He said Lois Lane is the key. So you set that up, and then this nigga has a nightmare where Lois Lane actually dies, right? And then there's this whole apocalyptic shit where Superman's a superhero, the bad guy. And then you got Wonder Woman's dead in his dream, Aquaman's dead in his dream. He teamed up with Joker, Deathstroke, Flash, Cyborg.
There's multiple timelines though.
Yeah.
If you noticed, it was one where Cyborg had a vision when he was holding the box, and they had the one where Superman was holding Batman's head. You seen that shit?
Yep.
Yes.
Superman was holding Batman's head, and Lois was dead. They shown that, and then it's another timeline where Batman's alive with the Joker and the Deathstroke and shit like that.
Man, why would you put that in there and just not do anything with that ever again?
I don't know. Maybe if this is successful,
I was captivated for that 10 minutes. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, maybe if this is successful enough, they'll continue it. But we don't. This is my biggest issue with the DCU at the moment. Is like they just doing shit, like, and it's annoying. I want like a laid out plan because it'd be nice to just to know, like, this is done, but we're keeping the Flash. But I think after Flashpoint, maybe things might be different because I think they're gonna really use that as a way to maybe reboot and jumpstart and try again. I'm assuming, and I think then that's where we're gonna get to the nigger Superman, and we're gonna get whatever.
This is how you know Marvel's big dick and shit. Because they forced them niggas to do this. They didn't have to do this. They forced them niggas to do this. I think them niggas got to Age of Ultron. It was like, whoa, we got to do something. So you forced them to put out all these live action movies that meant nothing. Then you got the Joss Whedon movie, and then take 4 more years to put out the Snyder Cut, and this ultimately means nothing because you got your hand forced.
Well, they did the Snyder Cut, I think, because I think Matt P was asking for it. And they just and it was just like,
I'm just saying, like, you tried to set up a whole universe like Marvel because you saw the success of Marvel with their fucking B tier characters. You was like, we could at least do something.
They should have been able to do something.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, nigga.
They own every single character that they ever have in the comic books. They own all of it, and
that's
they
what I'm saying.
Fucked it up. That's what's crazy. Well, let me not say fucked it up, but it did not come out as good as it should have been.
I feel like before the Marvel movie started, if you would have asked like the average viewer to name like 10 superheroes, I feel like 8 of them would be DC, 2 of them would be Marvel. Now, I feel like if you tell somebody to name some superheroes, I feel like 8 or 9 would be Marvel, and then like they'll put like Batman or Superman.
They'll probably name Spider-Man and a whole bunch of X-Men.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it'll be
that's about it.
It'll be Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Hulk, and Magneto. Like they'll name a whole bunch of Marvel characters before they name any DC character.
Optimus Prime.
Y'all should have stayed to what y'all know. Y'all should have stuck to the comic book, stuck to the whatchamacallit, the movies, the animated movies.
That's not fair. Like that's not fair. They could have done good like.
But they tried
it could have worked.
They tried to stay on pace with Marvel though, and it just didn't work. And y'all forced this 2-hour bullshit. Then you had to make a 4-hour fucking filler movie.
No, they tried to outpace Marvel, and that's what fucked them up. They skipped steps. That's what fucked them up.
Then y'all niggas made a 4-hour movie where y'all introduced everybody in their backstory. If y'all did this shit the first time, we'd have been like, all right, that was cool.
Yeah, but then it would have been a 4-hour movie in the theaters, and nobody would have watched that.
Yeah, but do we get the 4-hour movie without the 2-hour movie?
We would have. It probably would have been like 3 and 20 if they cut some shit out.
Like if
we could have, and I think that would have been manageable.
I think that movie would be shit if you cut shit out.
it would
because it's way too much context.
There's a lot of stuff they could cut out. So that the
is.
Icelandic singing, they could cut that out. Like the slow motion Lois just standing in front of the coffee shop, they could cut that shit out. There's a lot of fluff filler stuff in there that they could have cut down some of that slow motion.
Out maybe like 6 minutes. It's still a fucking 4-hour movie.
You think you could cut out like an hour of that shit and be 3 hours and be straight?
I don't think so.
You could get I think you could get to a good half hour. I think there's enough in there you could get a good 3.5 hour movie.
I don't think so.
I think so. I've only watched it once. I gotta watch it again. But there's a lot of fluff in there.
If you cut out the bullshit that you was talking about, yeah. I mean,
there's a lot of fluff.
I said, you only cut out like 6 minutes if you do that. But
the Themyscira scene doesn't necessarily have to be that long. It was a way more extended scene than was in the Whedon cut.
Oh, obviously, slammed them horses. I was dying.
Yeah, that shit was funny. That nigga fucking them horses up. He was fucking them horses up. Yeah. Like so that scene doesn't necessarily have to be that long. They don't even necessarily need to throw in the fucking Martian Manhunter scene when he went to go talk to Lois because it serves on purpose. Like there's stuff in there that you could cut that could maybe drop that down to closer to 3 hours. Will you get 3 hours? No, because there is a lot of like all the cyborg shit needs to stay because without that, that's kind of like the heart and soul of the movie.
Shit, yeah.
Like
the Barry shit can go. That shit with the saving the chick. You need that. You really didn't need that because we kind of already knew. We kind of already knew with the when they was looking at the cameras and shit. And
what his power set is.
They went and seen him, so they didn't have to.
Yeah, and even that was a long ass scene. Him.
Yeah, that was just
talking to the doing the interview and then just watching, and then even just staring at it, watching, and it's just like this is like a lot of meandering.
But they had to compensate for what happened in the first movie because he just went to the jail and we just knew he was the Flash. People that know, but it's like they didn't explain shit. He just went to the jail, saw his dad, then he went home and Batman was there. It was like
still ain't explain.
That's when you do the movie.
I mean, but like you get to see his powers in action, so it was like, all right, this nigga's the fast nigga.
You can do the movie where you just have a flashback of what happened with his mom. Somebody killed his mom, reverse flash, and then you didn't have to really like dive into that for that long.
Yeah,
like that scene. I think that was the scene when I was like, this shit don't
it don't serve. It don't really serve a purpose. This fucking because a nigga was eating a hamburger like a fucking savage who eats a hamburger like dropped the shit and then
he had a
didn't wait till he got to a stop sign like a normal human being would like to try to pick it up. Like he's like, I'm in a big ass Mack truck. I'm gonna just not look at the road. For my hamburger.
Like, that took off 0.5 for me. That nigga was in that big ass. I'm like, dog, you are in a fucking
Mack truck. Pay the fuck attention, my nigga. You gonna kill somebody.
A burger off the floor
that you dropped
while you're driving a truck on a residential street.
Yeah, pay the fuck attention. What if a little kid ran out on the street, nigga?
A hamburger's not that important when you drive a fucking truck.
The way her car hit the trunk and then the way she flew out anyway,
dog.
The scene didn't need to be there. You could just took it out. There's scenes you could cut to get closer. I mean, now again, I haven't only watched it once. It is 4 hours.
Now, is this nitpicking?
A little bit.
Yeah, sure, okay. Absolutely. Why not?
What? Those scenes? No.
Yeah.
No. That's not nitpicking.
Nah, yeah, because I didn't need to. I mean, and there's probably a few other like fucking Wonder Woman and Alfred cleaning up the club making tea. Oh yeah, like didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
That scene didn't serve a purpose. You could get rid of that.
Up Superman didn't need to be there. Really, it didn't need to be that long. Remember that it was Cyborg and Flash digging up Superman.
He was like, yo, we
damn
could do
well
this.
Flash
He was like, yo, we could do this in like a GIF, right?
Yeah, that's also like, weird. Like why and also why didn't they help them niggas?
I know they were just
standing there. Why them niggas didn't?
It's set up something with the Atlanteans.
Flash could have just and been done.
I'm just saying,
some of those Atlantis scenes don't necessarily need to be in there.
Yeah, D-Man and Wonder Girl got to talk.
Nah, like when they pulled the niggas out the water and he put the little crab thing on his face, it doesn't necessarily. I mean, it gives context to how he knew where the fuck the mother box is.
Yeah.
So maybe you might be want to keep that. Maybe
some the other two niggas they put out the water.
But that's another thing. That's kind of like not a plot hole, but it's stupid because Steppenwolf had that shit the whole time, but they took people to interrogate him. Why are you interrogating people when you just put that spider on his face?
Figure out what the fuck they know.
Like,
Famuel, I don't know.
Famuel.
I like how Mara had a British accent. I wish they would have kept that.
Yeah, that was, I guess.
No, that was cool.
Is Amber Heard out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Didn't they get the chick from Game of Thrones?
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's actually confirmed,
Okay.
but as far as I did see someone in it that she might be out of Aquaman which is a shame because she is very attractive. I was watching this movie like that.
Was she like racist or some shit like
No,
that?
No, she's just insane.
Yeah.
But you know,
she beat up somebody.
but I like she beat up Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, that is.
But I like crazy bitches, nigga. So, you know what I mean?
Harley Quinn told you, man. We gonna have fun.
Jesus. She's very attractive.
But all in all, I did enjoy the movie.
Yeah, the Superman intro was a hell of a lot better. It wasn't him being all cheesy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like he was just got hit with the axe. He was like not impressed.
Yeah.
They didn't explain that shit in the first movie. He just died.
Yeah.
Like he was just.
Yeah. Also, and I feel like did they keep the mother? I gotta rewatch it again.
It was him talking to some kids, and then it was like Superman's dead.
Oh yeah.
No, them explaining what the mother box could do.
Yeah.
Being able to bring them back. Did they use that in the first one?
When they brought it back to, I guess, where Bruce was working on the Kryptonian ship.
Yeah.
And Cyborg explained like where they found it and what it can do.
Yeah.
Like they used the matching the fire in the house.
Yeah, make smoke turn back into a house. Yeah.
But I don't think it reversed in time in the Whedon cut. I don't think it reversed in time.
He just touched it in the drop. Yeah.
As soon as it dropped, he just touched it.
Yeah.
That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. I was like, yo, I don't know. Like I felt like I didn't fall asleep, and I felt like I fell asleep. I was like, did I miss parts? Like, what's going on? But all in all, Snyder cut. It did its job, I guess.
Yeah,
I give it a 7.5.
Yeah, Superman was way more violent in this. We was fucking Steppenwolf up. Nigga burned his fucking.
He's beat the brakes off that nigga. He was like, didn't I tell you not to try to take over Earth? He's beating the shit out of the nigga.
Broke his phone. I was like, oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
And I kind of like the shit when I guess Superman burned his armor off and shit like that. Then Aquaman, oh yeah,
shanked him up.
Wonder Woman just cut his head off. Darkseid just stopped that shit.
Then they threw him through the thing. Then I
stomped
like
on
that death stare that did that fucking Darkseid.
He's like, come on. He's like, come over, nigga.
Like, what up, nigga?
We beat you once. We beat you again.
Beat your boy. Like, what up?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on with it.
But a little walk.
Yeah, come on, little bitch. Mark ass.
You're walking over, but you're limping back.
Yeah, mark ass buster. But that's also my beef with Superman just as a character as a whole, because he seems entirely way too strong.
Yeah, he's way too strong.
Way too strong. He was like, this means nothing to me. He's like, I am just here, and I'm going to fuck you up.
That's crazy. But I guess. But good movie. Did its job. Don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Never going to see it again. But, you know. Topic time.
7.5 though.
Yeah, about that.
I give it that.
It's not,
now,
before we go, right? What is a masterpiece now?
Not this.
Because I feel like people giving out masterpieces like they give out classic albums.
I
like, oh, this shit is a classic. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, it just has to be like flawless. Like,
oh no, this ain't.
But what do you?
So,
but I don't know what.
It has to be low on the fluff.
Yeah.
It has to be, well written. Action scenes have to be good. Well, I don't have to have action every 15 minutes. I need good dialogue. I need good storyline. I need all the actors to be on point. I need the CGI to be on point.
Speaking of that,
I mean, it could be a couple glitches.
How'd you think about the Jared Leto shit? The Batman back and forth Jared Leto.
That shit wasn't iconic to me.
Yo, they said that was the best shit
right.
ever. Like they said that was the best shit. But I feel like people who saying that it's like the forbidden fruit. Like people wanted that shit for so long. The Jared Leto and the Batman, the Ben Affleck Batman to have some sort of communication that when they seen it, they just deemed it great. It was like, oh my god!
I did like Joker shit talking though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a good.
Cringy.
It's a good scene.
Nah, when he talked about beating Robin ass,
Yeah,
I was
beating him up.
that part,
I was like,
I'm with it. I was like, yo, this nigga Joker going for it.
I was like,
I know
nigga.
you're not gonna kill me.
And I do appreciate the fact that they use this as a way to sort of fix the Joker a little bit compared to fucking Ayer's shit, because the laugh is different.
Mm-hmm.
He was
kind of same though.
No, it's a little different. I thought it was a little
It's a
different.
little toned down.
I think it was a little less. It's more like a tick than in like the weird whatever. I didn't like Batman being so out of pocket, because I was like, I feel like that's not
kill you.
Yeah, I was like, that don't feel like Batman to me. But
You don't feel like that's post-apocalyptic Batman? Like the fucking them niggas in like a dust storm. It's like yo in the middle of nowhere.
But the thing about Batman is always Batman.
Batman don't break.
That's the whole point about Batman.
Okay.
He don't break. Because if Batman was the brick, then he would just be killing niggas.
Yeah, he kills niggas though.
I mean, but he absolutely kills niggas in these movies. Everyone was killing niggas. These niggas is murderers.
Yeah. Shit, Wonder Woman killed somebody in the
She was killing everyone. Yeah, she clapped
that nigga dead.
Yeah, no, he died.
Definitely clapped that nigga into dust.
Yeah. Another one bites dust.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. The Zack Snyder Wonder
Space powder.
Space powder. The Zack Snyder Wonder Woman makes Patty Jenkins shit look like diet soda or some shit like that. Yeah. That shit look terrible. Fucking stupid ass running and shit. I don't want to see that shit again.
Yo, why is that black man always sacrificing himself in a movie?
Oh, the father?
Yeah, father. That nigga killed himself in Terminator 2. He killed himself in this movie. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
I can hold this.
He gotta protect his kids, nigga.
I want to talk to that guy and joke about that shit. Like, why you always killing yourself?
Yeah, why you always killing yourself in movies? Yo, like, you ever read your script and be like, oh damn.
That shit was kind of violent too. His eye was like, it looked like it was about to bulge out, and he just.
Sound like Beanie Man. That nigga took us out.
He says, Zimmer. Who got the keys to my baby?
That's just like the Resident Evil lasers. He tried to jump over it. That's oh shit.
Yeah, it was a couple scenes in that shit that looked like Gears of War too.
Oh no, facts.
When Batman was on that fucking tower shooting them niggas, and then he got on a turret. I was like, this look a lot like Gears of War.
Matter of fact, Zack Snyder direct Here's a War movie. Do that.
That might actually be good. That might actually be good if you did that.
Yeah, do that.
Nah, you gotta get. Nah, I feel like you gotta get that shit like right.
Yeah,
like,
Batista be the main nigga.
No, Batista no.
You just need diesel niggas and chainsaws, nigga.
Phoenix. But Batista could be Dom or something.
No, he could be Phoenix.
Batista?
Yeah. Well, he diesel enough.
Man. I ain't talking about diesel. I'm talking about you. I mean, you could build a nigga up and just have him be like a good actor. I don't see Batista as Marcus Phoenix. I see him as like a Dom or like a
Dam's gotta be Spanish.
Who could be Coltrane?
Woo!
What's the Coltrane, baby?
Terry Crews.
Topic, man.
You know what?
No, shut up. No.
Why not?
No, he's old and just like
he's diesel's fuck still. Nigga.
He don't have that type of energy to be Coltrane. When Coltrane first got into Gears, he had just retired from fucking was it Blitzball or Blastball, whatever the fuck he was
this
playing.
Is not Final Fantasy, nigga.
What the fuck was Coltrane?
I know what you're talking about, but I feel like Blitzball was fucking Final Fantasy.
Whatever he was playing, it was some
Blitzball's different. It's underwater, and
it was some makeshift ass football ass.
You kick the ball and go, oh, love him, chuck fucking football.
Chucky football.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
but basically football, but whatever version or whatever.
Football.
Yeah. I mean, whatever diesel black niggas is there that fucking act.
I don't know.
Paige Kennedy.
No.
I don't know. The other black nigga I can think with a bald head right now. Bokeem Woodbine.
What? Oh, no, man.
You just be saying shit.
Yeah, I know, nigga. That's the point.
Bokeem Woodbine?
Yeah. He bald headed.
Topics, man. Topics.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
No.
He bald.
Movie pass, maybe teasing a comeback. Movie pass, maybe teasing a comeback.
The Rock?
Shut up! You keep your goddamn mouth shut!